Hello. Huskies back again with more Vancouver Canucks GM mode, franchise mode commentary. Last video we kicked off year 4. Excuse me. We've had a real good start. Certain players haven't been performing, so I kind of messed with the... Just moved Patrick down to the second line, put Jakob on the first line. But what I didn't look at was our specialty numbers, and our power play is through the roof. Granted, we've only had 75 power plays, but we're sitting at 25% right now. And our penalty kill is at 83, both number 1 in the division. And we have 3 shorthanded goals already. We've given up 2. But I'm interested to see where that ranks league-wide, power play-wise. Because special teams has been an area that we've kind of struggled on. We're sitting 4th in the NHL in points. Goals against, we're like 9th. Goals for, we're 5th. So we're scoring, it's just everybody's scoring on our team. We're sitting 3rd in power play. God damn, Tampa Bay's, I mean that's at Stamkos. And we're sitting top 10 in penalty kill. I mean I don't think 89 and 89, I don't think these guys are going to stay that high. Especially if you keep taking 108 penalty minutes. Or 108 penalties. We've only taken 77 penalties. But our special teams is looking good. And like I said, the only change I made was I swapped out Patrick and Jakob for the first and second line because I don't think Patrick's good enough to score on the first line right now. I know Duchesne being hurt doesn't help the cause, but I think this second line of Huberdeau, Johnson, and Patrick will still be okay. I need to put Patrick over here though, so he's on his shooting side. Same with Jakob, I need to put him over there. I really don't see the need to trade for a big D-man right now because our defense is stellar. But it is only midway. We're only 30 games in. We still have 2 months to go. Something might click. Where's the trade deadline? It's March 1st. Okay, cool. So we'll send the February 27th. And we'll see where we're at. Like I said last video, I think Pro's available. I don't know if I should put Pro in. I'm gonna wait until it says he's recovered before I put him in, because he's a big component of that penalty kill, and having Kruger in there doesn't hurt anything. Okay, let's stop the sim here, because he should be healthy now. I don't want him to miss another game and get unhappy. Like I said last video, the current video you're watching now is when I'm going to want input on what I should look to trade for, if anything. Like, we're rolling right now. Aho's an 87 on the 4th line. What the f... I don't get why Aho just does great no matter what line he's on, but he's an 87 on the 4th line. Sprong and Patrick are up to 84, so then morale's kicked back up. Huberdeau's an 88. We're looking good back here. Yeah, so I mean... This guy just keeps... He's got 15 points on the 4th line. Whatever, man. Keep doing your thing, Aho. We'll see if you're still here after the deadline. We have a 94 offense. I mean, that big name D-man would be nice. Because I think all the GMs I usually do, my defensive core is where I usually spend the most time. This is probably the most I've focused on a forward core in any GM I've ever done. Usually defense is where the free agents are. Or free agency is usually where the defense is, sorry. There's usually lots of big names you can grab. You can also trade for young guys that progress. I usually have 2 or 3 90 overall defensemen when I do these things. Bo Horvat's been injured January 9th. He's 3rd line. Let's go ahead and just pop Kruger in there, because Kruger does the same job that Horvat does. He just got less offensive talents. But that should be okay. But yeah, I'm accustomed to having 2 or 3 90 overall defensemen. And not having the greatest of forward cores, but definitely good enough. Like, winning Stanley Cups is something I don't usually achieve in these GM modes. Granted, I usually pick odd teams. Being a Leafs and a Hawks fan, those aren't usual fun teams to pick because Toronto's already built, and the Hawks are just going to win. The Hawks, you have to do some cap management, but I think that's the only team I've won cups with. I won 3 straight cups with the Blackhawks doing one of them, and I didn't really do anything. But Horvat's available. We're going to wait until it says he's recovered, which should be now. So he'll miss a game. Hopefully his morale doesn't get shitty because he's... So we're 27-11-4 right now. We are doing fantastic. Can I not get to edit lines from this screen? God. Yeah, what a... Home ice, 90% of suites, more club seats out of an off-season thing. I mean, the town should be fucking ecstatic. We're doing amazing. We have an 8-point lead in the division. Let me get Horvat back in there. But yeah, if you watch my Minnesota series, you know I don't have the greatest playoff luck. Hell, if you watched round 1 from last season, you know I don't have the greatest luck. We have a 3-goal lead. We pulled the Toronto Maple Leafs. We had a 3-goal lead in the 3rd period, and we lost in overtime to get eliminated. So I don't know if it's just the way I build my teams. I'm assuming that's got something to do with it. But considering this is largely a community-based team, because I've taken a lot of suggestions for who to look at, what prospects to grab. I mean, I kind of took the reins this off-season. I also didn't do anything. I just traded Berchi to make room for Sprong and Patrick and signed Duchesne. So it's not like I went over the top and did anything. This team is built because of recommendations from the viewers, and it's awesome to see the team succeeding. Connor Hobbs is... I don't hear AHL. That doesn't bother me. It's very cool to see, to get advice from people and have it actually work. Because I used to do this on Twitch and stream these, and the people that would... February 4th. Shit. I have to physically change this stuff. I used to do this on Twitch and stream, and the people that come on Twitch don't really care for GM mode. They want HUT, and the few people that would say things had no idea what they were talking about. They'd be like, "Oh, trade this, and this. Go get Crosby. Go get Ovechkin. Blah 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 blah." Like all these big. It's like, no, that's not how you play GM mode. At least that's not how I play GM mode. I don't have any interest in going out and making my team amazing, or let somebody do a fantasy draft and just give myself the first overall pick. Take somebody. Tyler Johnson. Alright, so this is where our team's might struggle because we're getting hurt. I want Perot on that second line. I think Horvat's found a home on that third line. Get Kruger in there. Alright, keep going. But yeah, it's nice to get feedback from people that know what they're talking about and have actually played GM mode. Like, I want to stream this on Twitch or YouTube again. That's another thing I wanted to mention is... 5 best lines that breaks everything. Is would anybody that watches this series regularly be interested in me streaming the off-season? I would still post it to YouTube, but I would stream it on Twitch, or I'd even stream it to YouTube, whatever is easier. I would just stream the off-season, take feedback during, like while I was doing it, and then cutting it up and putting it on YouTube the next day. So I guess in addition to what you think I should do with this team, honestly with the way this team's going, I'm not going to make any moves. Because I don't feel like I need to make anything. We're 32, 12, and 15. I don't feel this team needs... we're going to sim this Winnipeg game and then bring Tyler Johnson back. I don't think this team needs anything because, like I said, we're rolling. I mean, we just lost 2 in a row, but we're already probably at 70 points. We have 69 points. Well, I mean, these teams are really keeping up with us. Our offense and defense took a hit because we've got some pretty key injuries. Tyler Johnson's hurt. Nikita Tramkin's hurt. We'll put Johnson back in, although I think Johnson's still hurt. Damn it, see, Bo Horvat got upset because he missed the game because he was hurt. Now his morale's down. I thought that was fixed. Whatever. Let me just go to morale. So yeah, let me know your feedback on if you'd be interested in watching the offseason be streamed. Because that's something I would like to do. I enjoy streaming. I've got you ice time, bud. Was not affected. I think I'm definitely proud of, don't you? I mean, you've been nailing it lately, but I think you can still do better. There we go. Morale improved for Jonathan Huberdeau. Alright, so I'm at 10 minutes. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, again, feedback on streaming. I would love to stream the off-season. I enjoy streaming in general if it's stuff people will watch. I usually stream CSGO and like MOBAs, like League. I used to stream Hut when NHL 17 first came out. I still play Hut. It gets kind of annoying. I think I'm going to get back into ESHL, so I might stream that as well. There's links to my stream page in the description below. Also, whenever I go live, I post on Twitter. Twitter's the other good way of figuring out anything going on with the channel or what I'm streaming. I'll also stream to YouTube occasionally. I enjoy the YouTube platform as a whole, and this is where my support is. So yeah, I think I've talked about that enough. Just let me know what you think, and if you'd be interested. I'll obviously try to set up a time that works for everybody, because I know I have some viewers from all over the place. I'll worry about that when it comes to it. Jakob's up to an 86. Nice. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Trampkin. Yeah, so with the way this season's going, I don't think I'm going to make any moves. I don't think there's anything this team needs right now. I think we're doing just fine. I'm going to sim a few more games. I'm going to sim to the trade deadline and we'll look at stats. But we're 34, 14, and 5. This is by far our best season. We have 73 points. We're 53 games in. This is a considerable improvement from last season. Last season we kind of limped into the playoffs. Our AHL team's still getting the job done, so I haven't crippled them yet. And I do say yet, as it's going to happen. I might just end up simming the whole season in this video. Or the rest of the season, depending on how long. Because if I'm not going to make any moves, I want to get to the playoffs. The playoffs are where it's fun. The playoffs are the fun thing to record. I get a little more amped up for it. I get a little more into it. I'm not liking this Horvat morale thing, man. He's already low on my list of who I think, what he adds to the team. So if his morale goes down and his performance goes even worse, that's really not what I want to see. But like I said, the playoffs are really where I get the fun out of it. Like just the simming each individual game, getting hyped, trying to... Alright, we've lost 4 straight. I understand everybody goes on a run and kind of cools off. There we go. You can always count on the Devils to get a win. Hawks are 35-25 and 21-5. So that I think that the second round deal is going to work out for us because the Hawks are looking good. So they're going to have a late second round pick. I think Dallas is still... Alright, so what did we go there? We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We lost 6 of our last 7 games. We're a few days from the deadline. Let's go look at we're first place in the division. We have 9-point lead on the wild card. We've played 62 games. Like I said, we're first in the Pacific. We're second in the league in points. Only 1 point behind the Blues. Hawks are 7th. Where's Dallas? Dallas. Dallas is 19th, so that's almost a top 10 second round pick. That's pretty good. I'm okay with that. Goals for per game. I think we're way up here, aren't we? Yeah, we're 3rd still. Goals against, we're 7th. Power play percentage. We've cooled off. We're still at 19. I mean, that's not terrible. We're still top 10, or top like 12. PK. We're top 10. Sitting at, I think, 10th. 83%. Again, pretty good. We still only have 3 shorthanded goals. Record at home and away is good. Giving up 4 shorthanded goals. So our special teams are good. Top 10. I mean, I'd like them to be better, but... Alright, so we've got Jonathan Huberdeau, 52 points, leading the team in points on that second line. Jakob, 43 points on the first line. Tyler Johnson, 41 points in 58 games. Domi's got 40 points on the third line. That's really good. Duchene's got 38. He's also missed some time, so he's almost a point per game guy. Virtanen's got 34 points. He's looking good. He's a -8, but he's doing considerably better. Sprong's got 33. He's got 13 goals. That's nice. Morrissey's got 30 points. Perreault's got 28. Patrick's kind of picked it up, and he's still only got 28 points, but he's only a -2 now. So that's... His two-way game's getting better, although I want him for offense. I think losing Duchene for that amount of time hurt, but I think the second line's where he belongs. I'm liking the Sprong production. That third line's doing good. With Domi, Horvat, and Sprong, right? I'm liking the Virtanen production too. 17 goals. So our first line is 17, 11, and who else did I put up there? Jakob. 11, 9, that's 20. 37 goals from our first line in 62 games. So they average half a goal a game. I guess Patrick at 11 or 9. Like I said, I'd like Patrick to hit 50 points. I know it's not going to happen. He's only got 20 games left. But if he can get 40 or 50 points as a rookie, full season as a rookie, I don't think that's bad. Ulevi's got 17 points, not bad. He's a -4. He was a -10. Tramkin's a +26. God damn. Tanev's a +10. He's got 4 points. 400% increase from last season. I mean, Wisniewski's got 3 in 11 games. Victor Bartley's got 7. So, I mean, our team's... Like I said, I don't have that guy that's putting up 60, 70, 80 points at this point in the season, but we've got so much depth scoring that I don't think it really matters. Thatcher Demko, still, I mean, he's not blowing me away with his stats, but he's also not doing terrible. He's right where he needs to be. I also did not want to hit the B button because I wanted to look at my HL team. And I wanted to see how many 10 goal scores. 4, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 10 goal scorers. We have 9 double-digit goal scorers. We'll probably end the season with 4 20-goal scorers, maybe 5 if Sprong keeps it going. Aho's cooled off, but he's still got 22 points on the fourth line. Yeah, I think our team overall is good. Looking at the AHL, Brendan Gaunce, 53 points, 53 games. This dude, man, Jacob, I need to learn how to say his name because he's got 49 points as a defenseman. He's got 24 goals. How many of those are power play goals? He's only got 1 power play goal, so he's scoring shorthanded, or not shorthanded, but 5-on-5, 4-on-4. Where's that Tyler Benson? He's got 14 goals. Not doing terrible. 32 points. First line's a plus. He's still minor top 2. Are you depth defense? Minor top 4. All right, so we have some defensemen down there we can maybe groom. Kip Rogers having a good year in net. Go back to the NHL and look at the point leaders. I've made the decision I'm not going to make any moves this offseason, or not this offseason, this trade deadline. I don't think we need anything. I think our team's doing just fine. Claude Giroux, Stamkos, Kane. There's Mark Stone again, still riding up there. Kovacs kid's got 20 goals. Yeah, I'm not going to make any moves. I'm just going to finish off Sim in the season. Because like I said, we're rolling. We're first in the division, second in the league. We have 79 points. We have 20 games left. We're 37, 20, and 5. I want to get 4 games in 5 nights. The schedule that EA comes up with once you get past the first 2 seasons is hysterical. You have a week, like in February, I had almost a full week off, but then at the end of the year, I end with 4 games in 5 nights. I have 4 games in 6 nights this month. Like, NHL teams would not be able to do this. You're almost playing a baseball schedule at that point, and that's absurd. As long as we can avoid the big injury for the rest of the season, I think we'll be okay. We can probably contend for the President's Trophy. Let me grab a drink here real quick. Been talking for quite a while. That's refreshing. Alright, back-to-back losses. Don't like to see that. Ben Hutton's been injured yet again. He's going to miss 3 or 4 games. I probably could have just... No, he's on the first pairing, isn't he? Oh. Come on. Defense, yeah, he's on the first pairing. We'll bump Morrissey up there. And we'll get Wisniewski in the lineup. I actually want to leave Wisniewski on that second pairing. Tell you what, man, these two right here, they've been a blessing. Morrissey and Ulevy. Alright, let's get back to the sim. Hutton should be back, it said the 19th, or the 20th, so he should be back on the 17th. Oh, it's raining now. See how bad the weather is before I leave for hockey tonight. Ooh, that's gonna be annoying. I really don't want to drive in the snow. He's available. Alright, we're gonna continue. He should be back. Come on. Should be back for the Nashville game. Alright, we lost 3 in a row. Alright, I still haven't seen a Hutton's recovered injury. Maybe it was part of the mass players have gained morale. So we've dropped a little bit, of course, because I said I wasn't going to make a move. Make sure he's not hurt. He's not. Alright, cool. So we have 87 points. We're 3rd in the division now, 2 points behind. I mean, the Sharks and Kings, I mean, we're pretty much a 3-team race for the Pacific. Who was I going to put? Oh, right, Hutton. Duh. Sorry, Wisniewski. Appreciate your services, sir. Come on, see, this is what I mean. The guy got scratched for 2 games, and his stats get destroyed. I thought EA fixed this. I don't want to run the risk of having him miss more time because of injury, but now he's almost to the point where I might have to trade him because his morale is so bad. He's disgruntled. You currently have no concerns? Bullshit! God damn it. That's frustrating. Seems the team's on a roll. He liked motivating. Yeah, there we go. Morale's kind of cheesy because if you get one right, they pretty much you can stick with it. Alright, well hopefully playing time will improve Hutton's morale. That really frustrates me. Oh well. If that kills my season, I'm gonna be a little upset. Because now I lost one of my top 4 defensemen. He's essentially a bottom 6 or a 3rd pairing guy because he's an 81 overall. Alright, there's a win. Can we get back-to-back wins here? There we go, 4-2. Locker room chemistry going up. It takes so long to improve somebody's morale, but it takes so little to ruin it. And I mean, I guess that makes sense. It takes a... Oh, wow, 9-2. Eesh. It makes sense because it takes a lot to make people angry. A lot to take people... Yeah, I can speak, I swear. It takes a lot to make people happy, but it takes very little to piss people off. Alright, back-to-back wins. Can we end this? We have 4 games in 5 nights. Can we win 2 of these? Let's take one from both. Let's see if we can take one from the Flames and one from the Sharks. Alright, there's one from the Flames. Oh, 6-1 to the Sharks. Hey, alright, so we did that. We just did... Oh, and we pulled the Los Angeles Kings in the first round? What? Alright, where am I at time-wise? I'm at 24 minutes. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and look at the end of their stats, see who did what. I'm only going to look at my team's stats. and I'll go over the King stats in the next video for when we preview the playoff picture. So Huberdeau led the team in points with 65. Max Domi right behind him with 62 on the third line. Jakob with 57 on the... that's still not the greatest, still not the worst. Tyler Johnson 56. Duchesne 55. If he had played all year, he probably would have been close to a point per game. Bertan with 45. So we had 4 20-goal scorers. I called that. Sprong ended with 18. Nolan Patrick ended with 35. Not the greatest, not the worst. I like Sprong's stats, so I think he really progressed well. He definitely jumped up more than Patrick will, but Patrick's also still he's got 2 years on him. Aho ended with 28 points. That fourth line, 33, 28, and then was Perot, 37. That was good. Where's Horvat? 33, plus 10. Yeah, not bad. Morrissey ended with 36 points. Hutton, 25. Ulevi, 21. Tanev ended with 4. So I think Tanev, if Tanev gets moved, it'll be in the offseason. He's 30 years old. Even if I don't get a great defenseman back for him, I want somebody better than him. Great goaltenders. 40, 26, and 3, 248. So I think Demko's first year as a starter wasn't terrible. I don't think it was great, but I think he'll get a nice boost because he's a starter, right? Yeah. I think he'll hit a 90 overall maybe in the offseason. That might be a bit much. He might hit 88 or 89. And I want to see where I want to see if Sprong might win the Calder. Oh no, Matthew Barzal's going to win it. DeBrincat. Oh, they got a bunch of guys. Sprong finished 4th in points. Patrick finished like 15th. I'm not going to count those out. But not bad. Not bad. I mean, Sprong was a plus 13. Patrick ended a minus 8. So that line struggled a bit. I think that was the youth in that line, though. I wonder if I even put Sprong in that second line for the playoffs. I might do that. Patrick Kane won the Art Ross and the Richard. See, I don't have this. I don't have a 30-goal scorer. I don't have a 40-goal scorer. I don't really think I need one, but it'd be nice to... But I guess Goodolbin, I didn't trade for him. He hasn't... Did he get out? Who had more points? Did Goodolbin have more points or did Huberdeau? Huberdeau at 65. Goodolbin at 64. So about the same. Where's Granlund? Who did I trade Granlund to? Florida. And I should not have hit the B button. I want to see what Granlund did because that was basically a straight up Granlund for Huberdeau trade. And Huberdeau led my team in points, so I'm assuming that Granlund didn't have the worst season. But he's not up there in points either. Granlund only had 43 points, 73. He's a minus 14. So I'm sure the team that he's playing with isn't the best, but so far that trade looks like it's working out for me. And the Sven Baertschi trade, what did he do in Chicago? I think that's where I traded him. I don't even know. That doesn't look like where I don't even know where I traded him. Where did I trade Baertschi? I don't even know. I don't remember. I just know I traded him. If I do it this way, it's gonna take a while to find him, but maybe it won't take a while. He should be near the top. How do you spell his name? Shouldn't I have passed him? I'm confused. Oh, there he is. Trade him to Philadelphia. 51 points. Not a bad year. Not a bad year. Alright, let's take a look at my AHL team. Alright, so Brendan Gaunce, he's 66 points so far. Their season isn't over. But this dude, 63 points as a defenseman? That's nasty. Jordan Subban at 48. He had 23 goals. My leading goal scorer was a defenseman. Shit, this guy might come in and be my third pairing guy. He'll probably have the better impact than Subban had. He's got much better offensive awareness, doesn't he? Oops. No, about the same. I wonder why he's scoring so much more than Subban is. I mean, his shot's better, that's probably why, but he's got no accuracy. And I want to see how Kip's doing, because Kip might be trade bait. 33, 12, and 4 with a 198. 4 shutouts, yeah, he's going to get a jump. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. We'll, next video, we'll get into the playoffs yet again. This should be fun. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment if you think I should move Patrick to the third line and Sprong up to the second line for the playoffs. And we'll see if we can take down the Los Angeles Kings in round 1. Come back to find out. Subscribing to the channel is the easiest way to see when the video goes live. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Get hyped. I'll see you in the next video for round 1.